This is the tomb of that Mughal prince whom Akbar the Great, his grandfather, wanted to see as his successor. Salim assumed the title of Jahangir or world grasper. He issued a proclamation assuring his subjects that he would protect the Mohammedan religion and promising various reforms such as a general release of prisoners, the abolition of barbarous punishments, the suppression of highway robbery, the prohibition of the sale of intoxicants, and the confirmation of noblemen and religious bodies in their states. This, however, did not prevent popular risings in favor of his son Khusro, a gentle and enlightened young man who is described as a gentleman of a very lovely presence and fine carriage, exceedingly beloved of the common people. Khusro had been confined in Agra fort, but he escaped to the Punjab where he raised the standard of rebellion. He was joined by an army of peasants, and the Sikh pontiff Arjun gave him a sum of money and his blessing, not because he was a prince, but because he was needy and friendless. The rebellion was easily put down. The governor of Lahore refused to open the gates of the city to the insurgents, and Khusro and his chief adherents were captured and brought before the emperor. Jahangir described the punishment he meted out to the two ringleaders. I ordered these two villains to be enclosed in the skins of a cow and an ass, and to be paraded round the city. As the skin of a cow dries quicker than the skin of an ass, Hussain Beg only lived with the fourth watch. Abdul Aziz, who was in the ass skin, lived for 24 hours and was then released. To strengthen and confirm our rule, I directed that a dense row of stakes should be set up from the garden to the city, and that the rebels should be impaled thereon and thus receive their deserts in this most excruciating punishment. The emperor, on a courteously caparisoned elephant, rode between the lines of his wreathing victims, followed by the unhappy Khusro, trembling and weeping at the horrible fate which had overtaken his adherents. Another distinguished sufferer for his share in the rebellion was Arjun Singh, who, though he was the fifth Guru of the Sikh sect and compiler of the Adi Granth or Bible, was tortured to death for refusing to pay the fine imposed upon him. The Sikhs never forgot this act. Khusro himself was blinded with hot irons and imprisoned for life. After a time, he partly recovered his sight and was made the cat's paw of contending factions until his death, caused, as everyone believed, by his brother Khurram in 1622. It was a tragedy that Khusro never succeeded to the throne, for had he done so, the history of the period would have been a very different story. Sir Thomas Roe wrote about him. If Sultan Khusro prevails, this kingdom will be a sanctuary for Christians, whom he loves and honors, favoring learning, valor, and the discipline of war, abhorring all covetousness and discerning the base custom of taking, used by his ancestors and the nobility. He was looked on by the common folk as a martyr to their cause, and wherever his body halted on its way to its last resting place in the garden named after him in Allahabad, a shrine was erected to his memory, surrounded by a tiny plot of grass. Unlike other Mohammedans of his day, he had refused to contract numerous alliances and had married only a single wife to whom he was devoted. Such enlightened souls as Khusro had, alas, but a very small chance of surviving in those hard and cruel times.